Yeah, in the previous slides, we have completed the basic introduction about preprocessor directives, and we have also studied macros in detail. Now, we shall come to the next type of preprocessor directives, that is file inclusion. Yeah, this type of preprocessor directives tells the compiler to include a file in the source program. We can include two types of files in our programs, that is header files or standard files and user-defined files. First, let us study header files. Header files are the files that contain definition of predefined functions like printf, scanf, putchar, getchar, string copy, string length, etc. We always need to include these files for working with the corresponding built-in functions. Different files contain the definitions of different files. Hence, it is concluded that we include header files in our programs for using predefined functions. Yeah, an example of header files is standard input output file, stdio, and another example of header files is string file, which contain the definition of string related functions. We may use string file for using string related functions like string length, string copy, etc. Another type of files that we may include in our programs are the user defined files. Large programs can be divided into small files and included in our programs whenever needed. It's a good practice to make the code compact. We often make the execution of some statements or group of statements conditional in our programs. We can use conditional compilation directive to compile a specific portion of a program or skip compilation of some specific part of the program based on some condition. Conditional compilation directives start with ifdef and end with endif. Here comes an example. If the macro with name written as macro name is defined, the statements from statement 1 to statement n will execute normally, and if the macro is not defined, the compiler will simply skip the block of statements. Yeah, now the last type of preprocessor directives includes the other directives which have not been covered so far. First, let us try to understand the undef directive. This directive is used to undefine or delete an existing directive. For example, hash undef size will undefine the existing directive named as size. Once the statement is executed, hash if def size statement will evaluate to false because the macro named as size will no longer be available. Now, the last preprocessor directive, that is pragma directive. Pragma directive is used to turn on or off some features. They are compiler specific. An example of pragma directives is pragma startup and pragma exit. These directives help to specify the functions that are needed to run before program startup. That is, before the control passes to main function and just before program exit. That is, just before the control returns to main function. The concept can be clarified with the help of an example. Here is the example. We have declared and then defined two functions named as func1 and func2. Both these functions print two messages, that is inside func1 and inside func2 respectively. here the functions have been declared, and here the functions have been defined. We have mentioned func1 at pragma startup and func2 at pragma exit. You can see it from here. All this has been done outside the main function. Then inside the main function we have first called func1 and then func2. But see the output. At the start of main function, func1 is called. Then the code of main function is executed. And at the exit of main function, func2 gets executed. Even if it was called soon after func2. Even if func2 was called soon after func1. So with this we have completed the basic introduction of preprocessor directives. Thank you.